Hello, ModifiedRabbit here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. Hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't already. I would very much appreciate it. Trying to get to that wonderful 1K goal. Um, Big announcement is that reason why I am a day late on my live. Uh, I am starting a new part-time job with Teespring, and I will be working Saturdays and Sundays for 8 hours a day, and it will be cutting into the 8 o'clock time that I usually do. So what I'm going to be doing is just moving my lives to Mondays at 8 p.m. EST. So not a huge change, but is a change. Thank you, Bandit. Anyway, so that is my big ol' announcement for the day. Thank you. Uh, I apologize for looking extremely tired and such. I am trying to get on the new sleep schedule so that, I am not exhausted whenever I do drive back on the way from work, because it is going to be an hour drive there and an hour drive back. So, so yeah. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started. Today, we're doing the ELF Earth and Ocean palette. I've had this palette for a little bit now, and I kind of bought it on a whim to just try out an ELF eyeshadow palette. Hello, Amanda. Um, but yeah, so sorry. Anywho, I wanted to try and do a cheaper budget palette today, and let me push my hair back a little bit on one side at least. So, but yeah, I wanted to try out a cheaper budget palette for you guys today. So we're going to go ahead and just dig into this. These are the colors. We've got a lot of greens and blues and whatnot, earthy tones and cool tones. Obviously, they earth and ocean. So we will go ahead and just get into the swatching. And of course, as usual, we've got the primer on this side and none on this side. So let's see. We've got 3 rows and quite a few on each row. So I believe this palette was around $15. If you catch it on a sale, you can get it for less than that, though. I'm ELF. I'm not sure how many palettes ELF has, but they kind of randomly go in and out on having things available. So I'm not sure if this one's currently available or not. I hope it is, because that would stink if you guys ended up liking it and it's not available anymore. I don't keep up to date exactly every day of ELF stuff. They have so much makeup, and I actually really enjoy a lot of their skincare products for their price, as well as some of their makeup products. I adore their eyeliner. I'm sorry if you hear my dog. He hears random noises and he goes crazy. So anyway, we'll go ahead and get started with swatching these. We're going to go with trenches, underwater. These feel pretty buttery, actually. So for something very so cheap, can't kelp it. That's cute for a name. And desert storm. Can't kelp it. All right. Get up in here. Try to get that zoomed in there. We got trenches. Ooh. Now, it's been a super long time for me since I've swatched this palette personally. So then we got underwater. Very beautiful. Can't kelp it. That's a matte. And then desert storm. So ELF's foil shades are beautiful. I love that black for trenches. That's gorgeous. I can't wait to swatch the rest of these. A new pack of Equate makeup wipes. I actually kind of enjoyed these. Like, I'm the Neutrogena wipes were nice and all, like they did their job, but they had like a scent type thing to them, and they burned my eyes whenever I wiped my eyes off with them. So I kind of just will probably stick to these Equate ones because they're pretty nice. I enjoy them a good bit. All right, let's get into more of these shades. We've got Sahara, Spruced Up. These are cute, like gimmicky names. It's really adorable. Like Spruced Up is a green for like a spruce. Abyss. Ooh, that one feels a little rough. And then Drip Drip. So we've got mattes, foils, and there are a couple of glitter shades in this palette. So you guys actually might like this. Okay, so we've got Sahara. Nice foil shade right there. Spruced Up is a matte. Ooh, that one does not look great. ELF, your mattes are not the best. Abyss. Ooh, yeah, that one was the rough one. That feels like really bad. And then Drip Drip, which is another foil. So the mattes are not looking great, but what is looking pretty dang good are these foils. So there are a good few foils in here. So even, if you catch it on sale, it's probably still worth it if you like foils and if the nice little glitter shades turn out pretty good. I'm really not keen on these mattes though. They are not looking great. This is definitely not great for a matte palette. Now ELF often changes up things like their formulas and whatnot like that. So how this palette is behaving may not be the same as some of their other palettes. So, all right, we've got Lagoon, which is a glitter shade. Rock Bottom is another foil. Gold Rush is another foil. And Sun Yourself, which is, again, another foil. There's quite a bit of foils in this palette. So, all right, so we've got Lagoon. This is a little glitter foil. Very pretty. Ooh, that's very pretty. A little shimmery color. I've got Rock Bottom. Gold Rush. And Sun Yourself. I don't think people want to hear you like yourself. I'm so sorry, my dog. All right, so those are very pretty. I really like that glitter color. That's very, very pretty. This palette is definitely very gorgeous for the foils and whatnot. So far so good on those. Just not keen on those mattes. All right. We got this last row right here. We got Siren, which is another foil. Oasis, that one is a matte. Saltwater, another foil. And Tundra is another glittery shade. It's very flaky. So here's Siren. Pretty. Here's Oasis. Okay, that one's okay, pretty decent for matte. And that's Saltwater, very pretty. And then Tundra, which is one of the glitter shades. Very pretty. It looks extremely metallic. I love that. Okay, that is a pretty good set right there. I like that one. That was pretty decent. And we've got just 2 more colors left. Get those swatched and we'll decide what we want to do for an eye look. We've got Fuji Feels and Mauve Mami, which is a matte. Fuji Feels. Very gorgeous. This is Mauve Mami. Okay, that's a decent matte. That's not too bad. So some of their mattes are pretty good. Most of them are not. All the foils and glitters are absolutely beautiful though. So, and that kind of makes up a good chunk of this palette. So that's not too horrible, especially for its price. It is one of the cheap palettes I have bought. All right. Now, what are we going to pick for our look? I kind of want to, again, like I usually do, give another chance to maybe one of these not so great mattes. I think Abyss was probably the worst one. So, which is blues. So I guess we'll be going with blues today. Get this mirror up here for myself. We'll pull my hair back a little bit. Put it up in a hair tie. My hair is all over the place today. I left it down on my way to my drug screening today, and I left my window down on the way, and I was driving on the interstate, and my hair is just all over the place. It did help it dry faster though, because I had had a shower this morning. So, alrighty, let's see. We are going to go with a stiffer brush for this. All right, we'll start with the Abyss as a base shade and hope that it functions a lot better than it did on the swatches. I will not get my hopes up though. we'll do 3 takes of each color since the mattes are not the best. Give them a good fair shot. Okay, so this shade does not want to show up that well. My eye is just so watery today. Probably because I'm tired. So it definitely doesn't want to show up very well. As long as you tap off the brush though, there really isn't much for fallout, so at least there's that. But you do need to tap that off, otherwise I guarantee you're going to be getting some fallout. Like sensitive eyes today, so pardon if I'm just blinking a whole bunch every time I pat down this shadow. It's getting there. All right, last one for this side. Okay, that's not horrible. As long as you get, a good few applications of it. It's not awful. It's a little patchy though, but it's not horrible for like the starter palette or something. All right, let's go with this other side. It's not much better with the primer, honestly. Looks like it might be a slightly smoother application, but really not much. Okay, it's definitely smoother, as you can see. A lot more solid. This is super patchy without any primer, but it's not anywhere near as patchy if you've got your primer on. So that's really pretty decent. It actually, did a lot better than I thought it was gonna do with, with how bad it swatched. So glad we gave that a second shot at least. So, all right, I want to go with this underwater shade, which is a foil. It's like a darker blue. Ooh, can't really. It's like a bluish green. Wondering if I should go with this drip because this is not really showing up that great over this color. I can kind of see it. I don't think you guys can really see it. It does kind of, blend in a lot with this other shade. We'll go with the drip over this way a little more. We'll get a good few of these colors in here. There is a good bit of fallout with this shade. As you can see, especially on this side. So you can see all that fallout right there. Oh no! Yeah, same. Not great with that. Alright, let's go with this drip shade and see if we can get anything pretty decent. Alright, that's a little better. Not horrible for the fallout. Got a nicer blue shade for that. Just a tiny bit of fallout, but not too bad. Using a softer brush so it's not showing up quite as foil, but it's not horrible for that. Shows up a little bit better for the foil with the primer. A lot smoother with that primer. All right. I want to do trenches off to the side here and a little under my eye. This is a pretty decent shade. It's not too bad of a black, just a slight hint of blue. Like you can't really see that hint of blue as well. So it's mostly black. This does not want to show up quite as well on the primed side. It's a little bit of fallout too, so. With this palette, you might want to think about the cleanup that it's going to take. So you might want to do your eyes first if you're able to. Sadly, it's not great for me because I don't usually do my eyes first. So all right, yeah, there's definitely a bit of fallout there. See, we're gonna go ahead and wipe that off because it's annoying. There we go. Get that wiped up. There. Not the bestest cleanup in the world, but it'll do. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this Lagoon shade, which is the little glitter metallic shade, and we're going to put it in the inner corner. This is very soft. This will definitely, if you want it to pop and not be subtle, you're going to want more than a couple applications of it. Very pretty for like a subtle pop though, at least for the non-primed side. Let's try with primer. Still doesn't want to show up that great. Might do better with fingers though. We'll try that after, if this doesn't go too well after the third bit. Okay, so after a few applications, it's not horrible for getting it to pop a little bit. So, not too bad. All right. Let's see about blending this stuff a little bit. It's not the best for blending it together. It just really, where you apply it is where it's pretty much going to be. So, all right. So there is our look. As you can see, it is a lot more smooth and a lot more solid and whatnot with the primer. It's a lot less without it. There's a very clear difference between the two. So all in all, for if you're paying less than 15 bucks for this palette, I think it's all right, especially for like something like a starter palette or something for a kid or something like that. It's very pretty. It's got really pretty foils and a couple of really beautiful metallic glitter shades. Um, it's very flaky and buttery for those. As you can tell, they're very shiny and pretty. So it's not awful. It's definitely not the best palette in the world. Obviously, it's definitely down there on my list. But like I said, it's not that bad for something like a starter palette or a budget palette. Um, it's got decent shades. I definitely wouldn't be getting it for the mattes. I definitely say the mattes are its huge downfall. This palette in particular just is not great on the mattes. They didn't do a great job. Luckily, though, upside is that a lot of this palette is not mattes. A lot of it are foils and those two little glitter shades, which I like. So that's nice. Let's see. How many mattes are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mattes out of this whole thing. That's not that bad. So that's pretty great. Also, what's kind of cute is on the back of this palette, they've got upside down, a little thing to try. They show a little tutorial-ish type thing to go by on the back on where you put the colors. They even have which colors to try out and whatnot. So that's kind of cute. But yeah. So all in all, I say it's all right. It's kind of worth it. I definitely would catch it on a sale, but for like a starter or budget palette, it's pretty decent. So ELF doesn't usually tend to um, put out absolute crap. Like, at least I've run across a couple of their items before that has, they haven't been great or anything like that. But most of the time, they're kind of mediocre to pretty decent for their pricing. So, like it. I think it's all right. It's all right. It's just not up there on my choice of palettes. So, but yeah, it's pretty decent. I definitely enjoy the foils. So yeah. I guess a little bit of a shorter live today. I kind of wanted to do that anyways because I definitely need some more sleep and I have to try and get on a better sleep schedule and whatnot. So I guess we'll be ending with a fairly fast live today. Not too horrible for, a 30-minute live. We've definitely had shorter, I believe. And we've definitely had longer lives. So next week, we'll probably go with a BH Cosmetics palette. I've got their Foilized 1 or Foilized 2. If either of those are ones that you would prefer, let me know in the comments. Or if you want me to do another Carity palette, whichever, I would definitely love to hear your opinions on which one of those that you guys would like to see. Or again, if you ever want me to do a different palette, let me know and I'll see if I have it or if I can get a hold of it at some point. But yeah, go ahead if you enjoyed this live, hit the like and subscribe button. Again, I'm trying to hit that 1K. Like that's a big goal for a first goal is that 1K. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed the live. I always enjoy doing these with you guys. I definitely, even though I'm getting a regular part-time job for a little while or whatever, I don't intend on stopping these lives. I intend to keep doing them, and I've got plenty of palette types and whatnot to keep going for at least a good little while anyways. So anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed. I can't wait to see you guys next Monday. We're going to be doing these Monday from now on, still at the 8 p.m. EST time though. So the time is the same at least. So it's not a huge change, just a day later than usual. Pardon me. So I hope to see you guys next Monday. And as usual, I am not great with saying goodbye. So we're just going to go bye.